So what I got to do here is I want to make me a way I can pick this thing up, move it around. It's getting pretty heavy now. I got to end up sooner or later here. I'm gonna have to move it because I got to do some painting. I got to do some priming, and I can't do it up under here where it's at. Number one, it's too close to my project over here. This stationary, I can't move this over here, so I'm gonna have to move this hood so I don't get a lot of overspray and paint, whatever else, primer, dust, everything all over it. I want some way when I get it finished, close to finish, I'm not worried about picking it up, moving it, and then tripping, falling, dropping it, and it rolling on the ground, you know, messing up all the work I put in it. So we're gonna make us some brackets here. I got some old poles laying around here, and we're gonna cut them up. We're gonna make us a system up under here that we can bolt it on and we can take it back off. And that way when I get ready to move it, I just bolt the rods up under here, and I got my straps out here. I can hook it up to my boom on my truck and pick it up and move it around. Yeah, these air plugs here, they go in there. They don't feel as comfortable as them other ones, the blue ones. Like you can tell these some guns is in there. You got to get used to wearing them. But I don't think they slip out quite as easy. You got them in there. It's made for drilling plugs out. That would be about what I want. I would want it back about that far, which is, so we'll come back 7/8 of an inch in the center of each one of them. 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8. All right, so we're roughly going to be about 2.5 a piece. So we'll go 1.25 there. 1.25 there. That one there's on the money. That one there's on the money. So we'll pop these holes in here. I'm gonna get me some oil. Twist drill bit on a drill. You got a lot of drilling you need to do. That's definitely the way to go. Especially if it's in heavy plate stuff. let you see the plug when I get finished with them. But basically, it drills the outside perimeter of the hole, and it just pops it out. So instead of drilling the whole hole out like a regular drill bit, it's just drilling the outside, cutting the outside, and it don't have to cut as much metal. So it cuts the hole and pops your plug out. But you got to make sure you got a good magnetic surface, because it'll let go on you if you don't. Get it coming out the bottom. It ain't gonna do nothing. Pop. It didn't pop out. So sometimes it won't pop out the plug. You have to take your little screwdriver and kind of tap on the edges. There it went right there. They've got a spring-loaded pin. Well, the drill's actually got a spring in it. When you push it up in there, it pushes on the back of that pin, and it allows it to pop out. But they don't always pop out. A lot of times they will, but sometimes they won't. Wipe that oil off there. This may not be the right pin for this bit. I got a bunch of different ones that it may be switched out with a different pin. But either way, whether you got the pin or not, they ain't very hard to come out. We should be done with this. We'll put this back up. Because the plate's going to stay with the box. So if I weld it down under there and it's sticking way down, when I mount it down there to stay, you're going to be able to see that plate sticking way down. And I think it needs at least about an inch off of it. So we're going to go back and we're going to cut an inch off of the length too. At least an inch. That'll be 5 inches. Well, I think we make it cut more than an inch off of it. Let's just see. So I need to make sure when I weld them things on there, my bolts from the inside on each side. So I need to be able to put it from the inside. If you weld them on that pipe backwards, you ain't gonna be able to get your bolt in. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. Well, no, because they're gonna be welded sideways like that. So it don't really matter. So I could go up. I could actually go up. I could go up 2 inches and still be good. So we're going to cut 2 inches off of it instead of an inch. Instead of an inch, I'm going to cut 2. I kind of want it to be tucked up in there where it's there, but you don't really see it unless you need it. We'll just come here and we'll square it up. Mark, get us a good mark across here. This is going to be my plate down here at the bottom. So give me a few minutes and I'm going to cut this up. All right, so what we got here is we got some old pipe that I had left off a trailer that I had around here a couple years ago. I cut it. I think this was mounted. There's some fenders or a little tool rack or something that was up under the bottom of the trailer. I don't know exactly what it was, but anyway, I cut them off an old trailer and they've been laying around over here for a while, probably a year or so. And I'm gonna take this here and I'm gonna make me a lifting device for this hood right quick. So we're just gonna cut them up. We're gonna do a little cutting and welding, and we're gonna make us a device we can put on and off and be able to lift this thing up, move it around where we want it. It's a little bit longer than what I needed, so I'm gonna shorten it up just a hair. So these brackets, these flat brackets need to come off, and I think I'll be faster than cutting them off with a torch. Sparks is gonna go your way. Still Now we got the bars cleaned up a little bit, got the brackets off of them. What we got to do now is establish up under there where we want to be at as far as width wise. And we know we're gonna be back here somewhere. And we got 26 inches at the back, roughly 22 at the front. So just say if we were 16 inches apart, with the clevis hooks, that would be good. So I think we 82 1/4 long or something like that. Yeah, 82. That's 41 center. And then we'd go 8 from there each way. So we're 41 center, 41 center. And then what we want to do is go 8 inches each way. Roughly here and here. That'll give me 16 inches in between my clevis hooks. 16 inches. We can actually, yeah, I think 16 will be good. Maybe 18 on the back one. Yeah. Maybe the back one we got 18. So we'll call this the back one. We'll go ahead and clean that a little bit. We'll call this the front one here. We'll clean this mess up that way. Give me a measurement. So what I want is these hooks are going to be going in like this. So I want to put the pin in from the back. So what I want, and these hooks end up being the perfect size. Yeah. End up being a perfect size. I got to ground that thing somehow. It ain't gonna ground there. We'll take these 2 plates here. We'll set them up under there on the table, just like that. Let's see if we can get it ground there. And probably ground just on the table. It should ground right there. So my plate here got a little bit short. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add some to it, lengthwise. It's too big a gap for me to hold up under it and weld it back. across it again. That'll give me about a 1/4 inch. It's always aggravating when you get in a spot it ain't comfortable. Like I said, I ain't no welder by no trade anyway. I just do it when I need to, but I'm sure the more you do it uncomfortable, the better you get at it. But I hate it. Yeah, I hate it. All right, we're going to stick this bar back up here and put the pins in it. We're going to weld the outside gussets. All right.